Hi, thanks for watching. I'm Andy Norton, and this is a playthrough of Marvel Champions using my custom Matt Murdock or Daredevil versus expert Crossbones with the standard modular encounter sets that he normally comes with in the campaign. And I'm using protection with my Daredevil deck, and I will just get going. I wanted to show off a little more Daredevil, but especially just a few changes and slight alterations that have been made recently that have just continued to hone him into a really fun character to play. So without further ado, let's actually flip over. The first experimental weapon is the Power Gauntlets, which attach to the villain. After the villain attacks and damages you, discard one card from your hand. So that one doesn't add any attack, but I don't want to get damaged by him when he attacks. Wow, okay. Well, I just drew both my billy clubs as my first cards here, and I have Iron Fist, Unflappable, Armored Vest, and Assess the Situation. So this is hilarious that those are the top two cards. I swear I shuffled very, very much. But let's see. I'm definitely thinking I'll just keep this hand and just play these billy clubs, but I'm wondering whether I should play Unflappable or Armored Vest. He'll attack for 2 plus something. I think I'd rather keep the Armored Vest for now. So yeah, I'll just do that. I'm gonna hold on to this hand. I'm gonna use Assess the Situation to play Armored Vest, which will be bumping up my defense. I'll use Unflappable to play Billy Club, Iron Fist to play Billy Club. I'm gonna flip, and I'm going to attack for 2, dealing him 2 damage. And then Billy Club now says, after you thwart, attack, or defend, exhaust Billy Club, deal 1 damage to an enemy. So I'm going to exhaust both of my Billy Clubs to deal him 1 and 1 more. So he's down to 10. And that's me. I will ready up and draw 5 cards. All right, we've got Matt's Apartment. I've got Energy Barriers. Those are probably the cards I'm most likely to play, but maybe I would instead play Man Without Fear and Matt's Apartment. So let's see. So starting with Crossbones, he's going to add 1 threat, and he's going to attack me. There's going to first be a forced response where his machine gun goes off. He hits me for 2 damage. Yikes. Down to 8. But that doesn't trigger his Power Gauntlets. Now he's attacking me, and I will defend. I'm defending for 3 with Armored Vest. He's attacking me for 2 plus 1. So I defended the entire attack. I didn't take damage, so his Power Gauntlets won't damage me. After defending, I'm going to exhaust both my Billy Clubs again to deal 2 damage to him. So he's down to 8. And then he's going to have an encounter card come out. A Combat Knife, which is going to increase his attack by 1. He gains piercing. That's not good. So, all right. So back to my turn. Yeah, I think I will go ahead and spend mid-team and both Energy Barriers to play Man Without Fear, which says hero resource, exhaust Man Without Fear, generate a mental resource. Hero response, after you take damage from an attack, exhaust Man Without Fear, draw 1 card. So I'll exhaust it to play Matt's Apartment, and then I will flip to Matt Murdock. And then Matt's Apartment says, exhaust Matt's Apartment, heal 1 damage from Matt Murdock, and choose to either attach the top card of your deck face down here, or add up to 3 attached cards here to your hand. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to heal for 1 and attach a card there, and then I'll be done. So I might just let him scheme out here on the first scheme. There's not much you can do about that. Nice. But we'll see. Let's see what he draws. So he's gonna add 1 threat, and then he's gonna scheme for 2 plus 1. So yeah, that is 3. I could use Nelson and Murdoch to prevent 2 if I used a mental resource, but that wouldn't even stop it from scheming out. So I'm just gonna let it finish, which is going to come in with the Infinity Stone with 1 threat on it. It's gonna reveal another experimental weapon, the Exosuit. Don't like that one. And then he's going to get his encounter card, which is a Hydra Sidearm. So he now has 4 weapons attached to him. That's crazy. That's not fun. So going to have to start slowly working on those. On my turn, I'm going to use Matt's apartment again, but I'm just going to add one more card to it, and that heals me for 1, up to 10. I am going to flip to Daredevil. And then what I'm thinking is I'll spend Genius and Energy to play Nick Fury, who draws 1, 2, 3 cards. And now I'm looking at a bunch of cards that I could use to get rid of some of these weapons. So that exosuit would be great to get rid of. I could use, say, like a mental, physical, energy. And then I could also use mental and physical, mental and physical. Yeah, so I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do Man Without Fear to generate a mental. I'm going to use Momentum Shift to get rid of the Combat Knife. Power Protection and Rapid Strikes to get rid of the Power Gauntlets. And then Radar Sense, Rapid Strike, and Jessica Jones to get rid of Exosuit. Jessica Jones is a new card, so there's a number of reasons for this, but I'm at least temporarily, or at least as an alternative, replacing Spider-Man with Jessica Jones, who's 3/2/2/3. And she says when you spend this card as a resource, which I'm doing right now, remove 1 threat from a scheme. So she gives a little tip as a PI. And then response, after Jessica Jones defeats a side scheme, each player draws 1 card. And so that's Jessica Jones. We just spent basically that huge hand to get rid of 3 of those weapons. And then Nick Fury and I are both going to attack. I'm going to use my billy clubs as well. So that's 6 more damage. So he's down to 2 already. So we're actually marching through him. And Nick Fury will be able to block for us. We're still actually doing quite well here. So let's draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got Blind Justice, which we should be able to use those. Yeah, I could actually do Blind Justice and then maybe tackle him or do a Black Widow. Let's see. So he's going to add 1 threat. He's going to attack us. First of all, the machine gun hits us for 0. And then I'm going to block with Nick Fury, who takes the hit. And then next up is Hydra Bomber, who's going to come in. And I'm going to let it add 1 threat, because I'm going to probably just remove it. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, what I'm thinking is I could totally play... Actually, you know what I could do instead of Blind Justice is I could actually... No, that wouldn't work. Well, I could play Electrostatic Armor, or I could do Blind Justice. What I'm tempted to do is, I think, do the following. I think I'll use Man Without Fear and Electrostatic Armor to play Blind Justice to remove 2 threat from the Infinity Stone. That takes into hand an attack event. So I'll take Rapid Strikes. Actually, sorry, I won't use Man Without Fear. I'll use Energy Barrier. So I'll use Energy Barrier and Electrostatic Armor to remove the 2 threat from the Infinity Stone. Then take Rapid Strikes into hand. Then, since that was a thwarting, I can now use my billy clubs to deal 2 damage to this Hydra Bomber, defeat the Hydra Bomber. Then I'll attack him for 2, which will defeat him. He comes in with 16 health. And he reveals another weapon, which will be the laser rifle. And then I'm going to use, Man Without Fear, Black Widow, and Tackle to play Rapid Strikes. So instead of stunning him, I'm going to do Rapid Strikes, which says deal 3 damage to an enemy. So I'm going to deal 3 damage to him. Big Punch. Deal 3 damage to an enemy. So I can do another 3 damage to him, down to 10. If you pay for this card using mental and physical resources, which I did, mental and physical, deal 1 damage to an enemy, and this attack gains piercing. So the whole attack gained piercing as well. He's down to 9. Then I'm going to flip down and use Matt's apartment to add 1 more card. So this is going to be a fast game, I think. If I can just survive this turn, I bet you I've got enough cards in my hand with these 3 here, and then the 6 I'm going to draw here to just finish him. This was actually a really smooth battle, I think. I say before he takes his turn. So 1 threat, and he's going to add 2 plus 0. So 2 threat total is 3. And then an encounter card is going to be Raid the Armory. I hate that one. So it's going to add 1 threat, and then we discard until we get to a weapon. So Madam Hydra, Raid the Armory, Full Auto, Exhaustion, Assault, Caught Off Guard, Hydra Flame Soldier, Hard as Nails, Master Plan, Hydra Jet Trooper, Shadow of the Past, Hail Hydra, Advance, Hydra Jet Trooper. I don't even know if there are any left in here, because we already saw a couple come out. Crossbones Assault, Concussion Grenade, Cornered Staff, Something Assault, boom, 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 boom. Nope, the weapon is still, this is his armor. That's not a weapon. Keep going. None of these are weapons. None of these are weapons. So he just completely decked out. That was insane. So the cool thing is that he doesn't even get a weapon because we totally decked out. But because we decked out, he gets an acceleration token. And yep, this all gets reshuffled. And I don't know for sure whether Raid the Armory is supposed to get shuffled back in here since it was probably still resolving. So I'm assuming that it now goes to the discard pile. That's what I'm gonna play it as. But if someone could correct me on that, that'd be great, because I actually don't know the exact way that works. Cool. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, because we were discarding, and then we just totally discard the entire deck without being able to reveal the card, and then that goes to the discard pile. So, all right, that's how that happens. So it was kind of a freebie. It was like 1 threat and an acceleration token, and reshuffling the deck. So back to me. So I don't really have a ton of attack events yet, but I'm going to go ahead and do Matt's Apartment. So exhausting it to take all 3 of these into hand. And I got a Blind Justice, which is perfect because it'll help me draw the my attack event into hand. So I'm just gonna do this. This is game over right here. I'm gonna flip Thwart for 2, and I will club him to knock him down to 2 or to 7. I mean, and then I will use. I'll go ahead and use Man Without Fear and Unyielding to play Blind Justice to remove 2 threat. And then search my discard pile for an attack event, which will be Rapid Strikes. And I'm going to go ahead and use, well, let's go ahead and play, for 3, I'll play Devil of Hell's Kitchen. I'll play Assess the Situation. No, sorry, I'll use Assess the Situation to play Endurance. Pumps me up to 13. And then I'll use Devil of Hell's Kitchen, Power of Protection, and Mockingbird to play Rapid Strikes, dealing 3 damage, 3 damage, and 1 more. Boom. That was crazy. That was an extremely aggressive Daredevil protection versus Crossbones. Crossbones suffers from not having a ton of HP, so that's what I think really helped me to make the quick work there. But yeah, that was Daredevil. I'm just going to end this video. Maybe I'll do another one in the future. Thanks for watching.